Coach Mack has his TV turned up loud. All right, subtracting integers. Now, I want you to write these problems down. Let me get to them right quick here. All right. Negative 17 minus 9, 15 minus negative 8, 13 minus 24. Okay. Now, we have talked about this last year, okay? So it's not totally new to you. Now, some of you, I'm sure, forgot it. That's obvious because we're obviously doing it again. But what we're doing is this. We're talking about subtracting integers. There is a rule for subtracting integers. The rule is this. A minus B equals A plus the opposite of B. Okay? A minus B is equal to A plus the opposite of B. Those two things are the same. All right, now, why that is true is here's why it's true. Okay? You've always heard in the past that you can't do 3 minus 5. Right? Your teacher says, you can't do that. I mean, it's got to be 5 minus 3. Okay, well, that's actually a lie. Okay, it's not a lie, it's just you don't know how to do it. Okay, it's not that it's impossible mathematically, it's impossible for you to do at the time because you don't know how to do it. Okay, and here's how we do it. We're going to follow this rule of A minus B equals A plus the opposite of B. And here's what we do. We bring down negative 17, and the minus 9, the minus changes to addition, and I do the opposite of 9. What is the opposite of 9? Negative 9. So we do negative 9. Okay?
So the 17 doesn't change?
No, the first number never changes. It's always the number behind the subtraction sign. Now, I want you, before I go any further, I want you to try the next one. You try to change. Don't work it out. Just change it. Change it like we did that one. When you've changed 15 minus negative 8, raise your hand when you think you have the answer there. Treston? 15 plus 8. So this is the same. Change our subtraction to addition. Do the opposite of negative 8, which is positive 8. Okay, we'll deal with the actual finishing out here in a second. So this is the one that might be a little bit more difficult for you. Change the next one, 13 minus 24. Kennedy, what'd you get? Yes. 13 plus negative 24. Because that changes to the opposite. I mean, that changes to addition, and then we do the opposite of the 24, which is negative 24. Now, I want you to take your pen or pencil, whatever you wrote those in, and I want you to mark out or X out each of those first problems. Okay? Hang on, it'll show up there in a second. Oh, there we go. X out those problems. Now, those problems don't exist anymore. We changed subtraction to addition. Now, you follow the rules for adding adding integers. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that problem. Negative 17 plus negative 9. When I have two negative signs, what do I do? Treston, what do I do when I have two negative signs in adding? Okay, I add them up. So, Tayshawn, what is 17 plus 9? 26. And it is a negative 26. That is your answer to negative 17 minus 9. Okay, let's do to the next problem. 15 plus 8, Jesse, what do I do? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it here, 15 plus 8. And when you add those two, what do you get? Yep, 23. Okay, so that's the answer to 15 minus negative 8 is 23. Okay, now let's look at the next one. 13 plus negative 24 is what we converted our problem to. Now, here's the part that people start getting confused with. Okay? Because what is the rule? Don't tell me the problem. What is the rule that if you have a positive and a negative, what is the rule when you have a positive and negative number and you're adding them? What are you supposed to do? Trinity. Subtract what? The key word I'm looking for, there are two words actually. You remember? Starts with an A. Jesse, what do you think? Help her out.
You add the absolute values of both numbers.
You add?
Well, you subtract both the
absolute values, yes. Okay. We subtract the absolute values. Okay, and then some people say, well, we were already subtracting to begin with. No, you weren't. You can't subtract 13 minus 24. Okay, that isn't mathematically possible. Okay, you have to change it to subtraction to addition. So that means I take the absolute value of 13, which is 13, and the absolute value of negative 24, which is 24, and I subtract 24 minus 13. What is 24 minus 13, Gabby? 11. Now, Brandon, is it negative or positive 11? Negative. So it is negative 11. And that is your answer to 13 minus 24. Because we know that 24 minus 13 is what? No, what is 24 minus 13? 11. So isn't 13 minus 24 the opposite? So your answer would have to be the opposite of 24 minus 13. Okay? Gabby, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. So when you have like a negative number and you're doing decimal things, so you have to switch the biggest number and
No. Oh, when you're doing the absolute values, yes, you have to subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. Yes, you have to put the bigger one in front. Lily?
So when we have an equation like that, we just basically switch them and whatever number's bigger, they have the
Yeah, whatever has bigger digits, I guess. Yeah, you would keep that sign. Yeah. All right, now, Treston, tell me number 14 in the book. 25 minus 5, okay. Cameron, what's 15 say in the book? Oh, Cameron doesn't have his book out. Doesn't have it turned to the right page. Tayshawn, give me 15. 7 minus negative 7, okay. Jesse, give me 16. Negative 5 minus negative 25? Okay. All right, so there's your three problems. Okay? First thing we have to do is change them to addition. So 25 minus 5. If I change that to addition, what is that going to be, Brandon? If I change 25 minus 5 to addition?
25 plus -5.
Yes. 25 plus -5. Now, if I change 7 minus -7, Tayshawn, what is it going to be? What? 7 plus 7. If I change -5 minus -25, what is it going to be, Quade?
-5 plus 25.
Yes, -5 plus 25. Okay? Now I want you to finish those three out. Give me the answer. Figure out the answer for each of those three problems.